Welcome, adventurers, to D20 Fitness, where you become your own hero. This is Raw 2175, diving into week 5 of my adventure. Let's do it. Alright, adventurers, let's dive into stats. My work week, 5 days, 0 doubles, 0 excuses to not work out, so I got all 5 workouts in as I expected. Yes! So I got my 3 cardio, my 2 strength and endurance down, lost 6 pounds this week. Feels really good. A huge change. I've lost my COVID-20 in only 5 weeks. I'm actually a pound lighter than I was when COVID first started in 5 weeks. It's pretty surreal. I didn't think that videos where they say you can lose X amount in only so many weeks would be real. I guess it seemed a little played out. I thought there's a difference between like knowing and living it, and I'm living it. I never thought I would live it. And here I am, 5 weeks in. I've lost that COVID-20. I'm a flat 260. Probably about the lightest I've been in 9 or 10 years. We're gonna move on to challenges. Alright, adventurers, let's start with challenges. This week, the challenge that was really hard was fighting apathy and lethargy. Man, I wanted to be so lazy this week. I don't know why. As 5 weeks of intermittent fasting becomes real tiresome, becomes real taxing, keeping that discipline up. I wanted to cheat on my diet. I wanted to eat late. I wanted to not work out, even though I needed to work out. After all these successes I've been having, the thoughts kept sneaking in of, you can afford to take a day off. You've been working really hard. Of course you can take a day off. You'll make up for it tomorrow. That was the hardest things to really fight. That was the #1 challenge, was just lethargy and apathy. Another challenge is rolling my ankle. During my 3rd workout, I was playing some basketball, so I still had 2 more workouts to do, and I had to decide whether I'm going to keep working out or if I let it heal. And lethargy wanted to tell me to let it heal, but it wasn't so much that I needed to. There's a difference between being tender and sore and, oh, you messed up! Those were the challenges that I faced. Let's see if I succeeded in successes. That's right, adventurers. I did succeed. All that I had to do, I did because I held to my creed. Because I knew that I had to look at you all in this webcam and either have to explain why I haven't been getting gains, or I could explain how I have been giving gains. So I chose the latter. Really, what kept me from cheating, kept me from stopping, was a creed. I have my own personal creed. I have it taped in my bathroom, right there in the mirror. I read it every day. I wake up, I take a shower, and I read it out loud. It keeps me focused, reminds me that every day is a day where you can take a step closer to success. So truly, my greatest success is not losing sight of my goal. I kept sight of my goal, and I was able to fight them off. Fight off lethargy, fight off apathy, did all 5 of my workouts. Another success was I wanted to see if I actually could lose 6 pounds in a week. I know that I've said that I'm maintaining a 2-pound weight loss, and I was doing that. I wanted to know if week 2, where I lost 7.5 pounds, if it was a fluke or if I could recreate it on purpose. Because that's something not only for me to know for myself and know what I can do, but also what I could do for others as a personal trainer. If we really needed to go down that route, is it something that we can do, something I could do? And I did. It was pretty cool. So with that being said, we're going to move on to expectations for week 6. I'm not expecting huge changes next week. I do work 1 double. With that in mind, I'd still plan on working all 5 workouts. There's the potential I may only work 4, depending on how bad that double is. I'm going to shoot for 5 though. I'm not going to allow my 1 double to be an excuse not to get all 5 workouts. Those are important. I'm going to have to adapt, improvise, overcome. See what happens. So I'm shooting for the 5 workouts, planning to be 257 would be a goal. I'm trying to reach a little more than the 2 pounds. I want to be firmly in the 50s because I haven't been in the 50s in a long time. It'd be really cool to not be hovering between 250 and 260. I like 258, plus 257, that 1 extra pound above 2 pounds would be really nice. That's what I'm expecting to do. And here are my final thoughts. Final thoughts on week 5. I gotta say, being 260 feels great. And I know it's gonna feel greater the more I drop, but I was able to look in the mirror and I saw that 260 and I couldn't believe it. And I looked in the mirror immediately. I looked down, I looked up, what? 260? Looked over at the mirror, and what I saw in the mirror wasn't shapes. I'm used to seeing like an Adobe Photoshop gone wrong, weird things all going together. Now I'm just A shape. I like beer belly. I never would have thought I would have killed just to have a beer belly instead of the mess that I had before. It's surreal. It's surprising. I can't believe I'm getting these results as fast as I'm getting them. It's empowering, it's inspiring, and it's motivating me to keep going that extra mile, to not give up. Every time that I feel a stressor, every time I feel my old life trying to come back, trying to say, oh, you should order a pizza because you're tired, you don't want to cook. I always think about, well, one, I have accountability. I have to address my D20 community during these trials that I cheated. And there might be a time where I cheated. There might be a time where I've got to do that, and I will, because this is supposed to be the very real story of how I lost. And there's a lot of challenges that go on, a lot that people don't talk about. So as someone who was obese and is making their way back, that's what I'm doing. That's the whole point of all this, is to show you the true hurdles for someone who like has food addiction to get into shape and to do what they're doing. My knees are doing a lot better. I feel great. I feel more flexible. I can run up the stairs. Just I haven't been able to do that in a long time. I'm slowly beginning to feel like a late teenager again, becoming functional, being able to move everything as I want to. Not everything's a chore. In fact, things are fun. Like I played basketball. I haven't played basketball since elementary school. I stayed inside. I had video games. I had things to do on the inside. I enjoyed being outside. I enjoyed the sweat. I enjoyed shooting the ball, running back and forth, and being able to do it without feeling embarrassed or judged. Not only from other people, but from myself too. Like, wow, I've let myself go so much. I can't even play basketball. You know, things like that. To be able to do all of that, to just be outside again, to see the sun beginning to set as I'm sitting there resting on my ankle, enjoying the majesty of nature and being like a part of it, and not just, oh, this is pretty, but like I'm independent. I can do all this stuff. I can have fun doing things I used to do as, you know, a preteen, as a teenager. There's no words to describe the kind of gift it is to be able to use your body. And it's worth it. Every pizza you don't have, every soda you deny, the self-confidence, the positive energy that you get just mentally, emotionally, the support that you feel from it, that you're moving forward, that you're achieving a goal. There's nothing else like it. There really isn't. This is Raw 2175 signing off.